Let's look at something that is affecting people right now, the prices at the petrol pumps. And that is one of the most obvious signs of the rising fuel, the rising bills that people are having to deal with. £100 to fill, or more than £100 to fill the average family car this week. Why don't you cut fuel duty further now? Well,
obviously, as I think you recognised earlier on, the Chancellor has put the fuel duty cut in, and we've had many years, obviously, fuel duty freezes as well. So we do what we can to support people. I think that's why it's right that the Chancellor, the Business Secretary, and as Grant Shapps has outlined today, we've asked the authority now, the market authority, to have a look at this, to make sure, do a quick review, a proper review, but quickly, to see why and how this money is being passed on to customers. We want to see this reduction being passed on to the pumps so people can benefit from that, because that's worth a few £100 a year to the average working family. We've got to make sure it's being passed on. And once we get the review of that, then it will be right to look at what more, if we need to, we can do to help people to make sure it's actually getting to where we want to see that support.
But people need the help now, don't they? And actually, the government is getting more money in now than before you, when you made the 5p duty cut, because prices are rising so quickly. Why not cut it by 10p? Why not bring in a fuel stabiliser and just give people some certainty? That's what the AA are calling for.
It's a very fair challenge, and as I say, we all want to see lower taxes, and I know people are challenged with not just at the fuel pump for cars, but actually on energy more generally. My part of the world, in Norfolk, a lot of people are on oil-fired central heating, and they've seen those prices rise as well. And we want to support that, but as I say, we've got to do that in a sensible, fiscally sensible way to make sure we're getting it right. It's also why it is right the Chancellor wants to see this review done to make sure that any action we do take does get passed on to people and that people get the benefit of it. But we're also at the same time, of course, incentivising business to invest, because that's how we get more productivity and create more jobs and more energy security in the future. It is a difficult, complicated balance that I think the Chancellor is working to ensure we get right.